Welcome, everyone, to this webinar on creating a brand that parents trust and kids love. I am so pleased to introduce you to Sierra Johnson, who is a web designer and brand designer, and she actually helped me to redesign my brand for Healing Arts Pediatrics about a year ago, and also helped me with the brand design for DPC Pediatrician, the beautiful little logo that you see associated with that. And she has 14 years of experience doing this. When I first met with her, I loved her approach that we just basically sat down together virtually, and she asked me a lot of questions. She asked me, what's your vision? Why do you do what you do? How do you see yourself doing this? What's the aesthetic or the feel, or what are the emotions that you want to evoke through your clinic and through your brand? And through that kind of idea and sentiment harvesting session, she was able to really connect with what I was trying to convey through my logo, through my brand. And a brand is really a lot more than just a logo. I think that's what I went into it thinking, and she taught me that it's really so much more. So I'm so pleased to introduce Sierra. Sierra, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. It's been a huge privilege to get to work with you on your brands, and I'm excited to get to share some of this info. So without further ado, I'll jump in.
Definitely.
Okay, sounds good. So like you mentioned, the first thing I wanted to talk about was really what a brand is and what the importance of it is. We talk about branding, and it's kind of a buzzword a little bit when you're starting your own business. There's a million different ads that you're going to get in articles on how to create a really powerful brand, but being able to understand what a brand can do for you, especially when you're starting a DPC practice, when you're up against all these unique barriers, I think it's really going to be able to help you move forward and move forward quickly. So I wanted to kind of cover that. Like you said, it's not just the logo. That's the big shiny piece. That's the piece that everybody wants. It's something that we want to get that's super pretty. But it's really about your reputation. It's the perception that people have about your business when they hear about you, when they see you, when they're talking with people at the grocery store and trying to get recommendations to find a new pediatrician for their kid. It's just everything that is coming through their lens about you, and it forms this subconscious impression. And so being able to take control of your brand, to actively do branding work, and to move forward with that, whether you're talking to a designer or doing it on your own, you're kind of taking active control of that perception, and you're working on your image, you're working on the way that people see you and how you show up. For me too, I understand it a lot as claiming your own leadership. So you might be at different levels with that, depending on where you are coming out of school, how long you've been doing this, how much business expertise you have, and all that. But being able to claim your unique vision and what you want to do in the world and how you want to help people is at the core of that for me. So a quick note with the DPC stuff, specifically when you're creating your brand, if you have something that is super holistic, it's cohesive, you're putting things in place consistently when you're sharing your brand, it really just streamlines that trust building experience with your clients, because every time they see you, it's the same experience. Every time they hear about you, it's the same experience. We're communicating with them, like you said, those great, big, beautiful feelings. We're communicating values, and they start to understand us before they've ever met you, before they've ever booked that session, before they've ever shaken your hand. They feel like they know you in a sense, and they're so much more likely to hit the book now button to recommend you to friends, things like that. I think one of the unique maybe struggles looking at what you were doing with your businesses and how to get through it was trying to differentiate you from traditional practices, especially if they had been there for a really long time, and they have fairly good Google reviews. And when people complain, like, oh yeah, that's not so great, but it is what it is. What are you going to do about it? But there's a way to use your branding to overcome that, to be able to say we are different, and different is better. Different might not be what you thought it was, but it's so much more, and it's awesome. So that's something wonderful that branding can do for you. And word of mouth referrals, everybody loves to hand out a pretty card or a pamphlet.
Oh yeah.
It's attractive. It definitely helps out. So that is kind of the basis. Do you have any questions, by the way, before I hop through?